Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is happy and enjoying the holidays safe at home with their family. Maybe when COVID is over, we can enjoy it with friends. I've also noticed that about 25% of my viewers are only subscribed to my channel, so we still have that 75% of non-subscribers watching. So if you're one of them right now, please subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up to date with the latest information about Canadian immigration. It really makes me happy to see most of you guys interested in my case study videos. Maybe you find it interesting or maybe you find it useful. Either way, I always try my best to find interesting cases to break down and share with you all. Today's case study features an unlicensed agent from India, and this case study involves study permits, lies, money, agencies, and a deportation. Anyway, let's just jump right into the case study and, well, let's begin with the details. So, our story today revolves around a guy named Mr. Bomidika. Bomidika? Anyway, let's just call him Mr. B. And he is a 33-year-old man from India. On November 21st, 2014, he was approved of a study permit that was valid until April 2017. On January 31st, 2017, he tried to enter the Toronto airport but was immediately greeted by immigration officers. The officers alleged that he was working as an unlicensed immigration consultant. Well, of course, our genius quickly denied this fact and said that he was always working legally here in Canada. You know, denial is a great defense when your mother accuses you of misplacing her Tupperware again, but it is a terrible defense when you are dealing with immigration officers trained to investigate immigration violation. Immigration officers hear this excuse 100 times a day, and at this point, no officer would immediately say, "Oh, okay, buddy, it looks like I made a mistake. I should just believe you and let you go." Our guy, Mr. B, or in this case, Mr. Denial, told the immigration officers that he was working on campus as an admissions officer and doesn't know a thing about being an immigration consultant. The immigration officers started examining Mr. B or Mr. Denial's luggage and found many immigration applications with other people's names on it. Officers also found receipts for immigration fees. Because of this, they started questioning Mr. B more regarding these application fees and forms. Now, Mr. B went from denial to playing coy. He said that a lot of people would message him asking for his help on their immigration applications. However, he would tell them that he can't do it because he's unauthorized to do so. And you know guys, that's so sketchy and that's so weird because he's well aware of the fact that he's unauthorized to do so, and yet he has all these immigration application forms and fees. At this point, the officers are not gonna go, "Oh, I see, this must be a complete misunderstanding. Maybe he was just a good guy trying to help everyone out, and well, we should let Robin Hood go so that he can do more good for society." No guys, it doesn't work that way. The officers pressed on with their examination and even found email correspondence between Mr. B and his clients. In one email, he even asked the client to pay $700 for a study permit application. So the officers asked him again about this email. And you know what guys, like at this point, if you've been caught so many times, it's like the jig is up. Like just turn yourself over and tell the truth. But Mr. B or Mr. Denial, doing what he does best, denied that he was charging clients 700 Canadian dollars for a study permit. Get this you guys, he said that he was referring that client to another lawyer to do the application and he would collect the $700 as a referral fee. He also denied that he ever received that $700 from that client. Okay, just another commentary here. I'm sorry guys, but I just can't help it. At this point, you know, the officers must be thinking, how can this guy represent other people when he can't even represent himself? Another thing that I noticed about this case is that Mr. Denial knew that it was not legal or it's illegal to charge clients a fee knowing that he is an unauthorized representative. I mean, this was his line of argument. Number one, I was working legally on campus as an administrator and I don't know anything about being an unlicensed representative. Number two, when questioned about various immigration applications from other people, he said that he was helping people out for free. And lastly, number three, when questioned about the email asking money from a client, he said that he referred those clients to someone that is licensed to do the work, aka an immigration lawyer. But of course, the officers didn't buy anything that he was trying to sell and even gave him an inadmissibility report, meaning he was ordered to show up in an admissibility hearing. Later on, the tribunal member gave him an exclusion order, ordering him to leave Canada. And you know what's even funnier about this case? Is that Mr. B even hired an immigration lawyer to represent him at the hearing. I mean, if he's so good at representing other people on their immigration applications, why didn't he represent himself at his own hearing? Probably because he knew that he wasn't qualified himself. So what are some of the things that we can learn from this case? Number one, Mr. B was clearly an immigration agent. He was in Canada, and Canada was able to enforce their laws on him to get him deported. If he were overseas, he would have been able to operate illegally as an agent abroad. And at that point, the best that IRCC can do is to reject or return an application. Number two, the thing about Mr. B is that he's unqualified to do the basic task of filling out immigration application forms. But actually guys, these application forms are not basic. They're actually quite complicated to fill out if you don't know what you're doing. Third, CBSA and various immigration officers do not like agents. They will go out of their way to refuse or return an application done by an agent. Number four, the Canadian Immigration Tribunal understands that agencies are a big problem, which is why they gave Mr. B the big boot out of Canada. You know guys, agents like that guy is just an embarrassment to themselves. All they do is give you false hope on coming to Canada, take your money, which they will run with, and hide. If you notice guys, I am not keen on immigration agencies, and this video will actually explain why. Long story short, you guys, if you want your application to be done professionally and you can't do it yourself, then the next best step is to hire an immigration lawyer. Immigration lawyers are authorized representatives, they abide by a moral code of ethics, and they have your best interest to give you options, and not just options, but legal options to come to Canada. Anyway, that's it you guys, that's all I have for today. I do hope that you learned a thing or two from this case, and I hope that this serves a lesson not to consult immigration agencies on your immigration application to come to Canada. I've heard so many stories about people getting scammed by immigration agencies, and it really frustrates me knowing that these people are getting away with other people's livelihood. Even if I'm a small YouTuber, I feel morally obligated to share valuable and correct information about immigrating to Canada. I personally can't answer case-specific questions on immigration applications, but I am more than happy to give you guys a general overview of programs and updates and news about immigrating to Canada. Anyway, I digress, but I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you're all safe and dry, and well, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!